Yeah, hey guys, I know I'm a dick. I don't come on very often, but I'm feeling better now. I uh, I mean, West Nile's a virus. It's not like the flu. It's not like something you can just take a lot of vitamins and you beat. It's viruses are, I guess, a stray piece of DNA that lands and starts multiplying, and you can't do anything about it. It's your immune system doesn't detect it for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because it's uses parts of you to complete chains or I don't know. I'm not an expert or anything, but anyway, you just gotta wait till it burns itself out. And up until about a week ago, I was still feeling crappy, and then it just broke. I woke up the next day and I felt a lot better. It felt like something was lifted off of me. Like I felt really fucking finally I can make progress on this bastard. So I got about a week left before I go back to work, and I'm fucking excited as hell because they're starting to weld, and I've been dying. I love welding. Like you guys don't understand. I could weld 8 hours a day, and I won't want more. Like I love welding. We're gonna be welding trains together and probably grinding the welds so that they're smooth, so we can start fitting things in. I don't know exactly what's going to be happening, but apparently there's a shitload of welding to be done, and this is all I've ever wanted, well, recently when I figured out I wanted to be a welder, right? So I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys. I'm going to show you guys a picture, and I hope it shows up well. Who knows, maybe it won't. There's my 40-inch LCD TV. That's brightness is a little fucked. That's me right there, and this picture's actually reversed, and that's Henry Rollins. And if you guys can see, look, you can see his crazy eyes. And I'll go into that. I have a video I did. I'm redoing this one because I fucked it up. I'm a perennial fuck up. I love it. I'm good at failing. You give me a situation, I will fail it good. But anyway, I had a lot of time on my hands, at home with West Nile, so I thought I would watch Terminator Salvation because I heard it was really bad. And there's been a lot of movies where you hear a lot of bad things about them, and then you go watch them, and I don't know if it's because it's been built up to be so bad when you watch it, it's really not that bad. I'm like, no, that movie wasn't so bad, man. Why was everyone shitting on it for? That's almost because everyone told you it was terrible. You have to kind of go it's reverse psychology, right? If everyone tells you this is the greatest movie ever, you watch it, you're going to be like... But no, it was really horrible. It was a horrible piece of dog shit. I guess it was an independent movie, independently funded, whatever that means. Well, I know what it means, but, $200 million. And it was the most expensive independent project ever. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to spoil the shit out of it for you. I wanted to get my buddy Earl to watch it with me. We both get drunk and just laugh at it, but he said he doesn't want to ruin the series by watching it. It was directed by a guy named McGee, who's infamous for doing music videos. And he shot a thing, it looks like a fucking TV show. It really does, with beautiful special effects. If it was an episodic TV show, it would have been amazing. No, not amazing. The effects would have been amazing. But the story is... It had some points that could have been worked, but it almost like they just said, fuck it. The script had been worked on by multiple people, and that's what happens when you get a script like that. Because one guy wrote a script, and maybe it'll be good, and then a studio takes over and says, no, we want we have to have certain things that happen in this script to... Like, there has to be a chase scene in scene 3. There has to be, like, a big fight scene in scene 4 or something. They have all these fucking arbitrary rules that just don't make any sense, because they know it'll make money no matter what. And this movie did. It made, I think, was it $349 million? So, it made $149 million, even though it's a piece of dog shit. So the positives on the movie were, of course, it looked beautiful. CGI was flawless. It looked really, really good. Arnold was in it, but they CGI'd his face onto another guy's body. So the first T-800 that comes out of the factory is Arnold. And it looks fantastic. It looks really good. It just made me go, oh man, I haven't seen him look that young in so long. He looks awesome. And that was probably the only cool part in the whole movie. Honestly, it was really devoid of almost anything. Unless you're just a guy who likes to, or girl, who likes to look at pretty visuals. And it didn't even have that many. There wasn't even that many fight scenes in it. On the negative side, here we go. Here's, woo! The plan was to get a guy who's been executed. They turn him into a Terminator, but give him a human heart and brain. And he's going to look for Kyle Reese and bring him to Skynet. But what a fishy plan. How did they know what was going to happen? At one point he gets grabbed by this gigantic Terminator harvester machine. and gets slammed down. So you know right off the bat he's not human, because I mean it would have crushed him. But what happens is, like, there's 100 things that could have killed him or destroyed him on the way. Plus he's got a mind of his own. They try to convince him when he gets to Skynet. They're like, "You're a machine. You have to do what we say." And he's just like, "No, I don't." And then they're like, "Oh shit!" And he just fucks off. But yeah, so many flaws in this fucking movie. John Connor, I mean, I wouldn't have picked Christian Bale. It's just, I don't know why, but he didn't fit. He just didn't fit the part. There's a little black girl who's a mute. Of course, you have to protect any kids. You know, it's just she's a vulnerability, so of course you have to protect her, and that works in some movies. It didn't work in this movie. She's just kind of hanging around and whatever. It's just a fucking liability. No lines because she's a mute. Oh, where to begin with this fucking movie? They pretty much harvested everything that happens in this movie from Terminator 2. I mean, it's blatant. It's not like little homage things here and there, like, oh, hey, that was pretty smart. But there's a part where this motorcycle, they have Terminators on motorcycles, ramp off of like a freeway and come down, just like in Terminator 2. They reversed it in that in Terminator 2 it was Arnold on the motorcycle being chased by a semi, and this one is a semi and motorcycles are chasing it, so they just reversed that. There's a part where the T-800 gets covered in molten metal, you know, just like the T-1000 got melted, and then gets cryogenically frozen by nitrogen, just like the T-1000. They play fucking You Could Be Mine, which is just, like, at this point I was like, fucking, oh, you know, could you just name this thing Terminator 2.5? It was bad. It was really, really bad. There's about 3 Terminators in the actual movie. I don't understand. Like, this is Skynet. Skynet's supposed to have armies of these fucking things. Like, armies. They have one guy patrolling a city. And then it gets taken out by a bunch of kids. I know it was PG-13, and you can do a lot with PG-13. You know, I didn't complain on that. I mean, if it's going to be it can be done well. It just, you're confined, right? You're really confined with PG-13. But I mean, I've seen some PG-13 movies that have been amazing. It doesn't matter. The rating to me doesn't matter. But yeah, you could have done a lot more if it would have been rated R, like it's supposed to be. But yeah, this movie just basically had no purpose. It was filmed almost all in the daytime, which to me is supposed to be like The Matrix, where the sky is black, 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 black. You know, the survivors are hiding underground. They're getting infiltrated by Terminators all the time, or they're having stand-up wars with them at this point, basically. But they really dropped the fucking ball, like, big time. It's pretty much, everyone's wanted to see what the war would look like Judgment Day. There was no build-up. There was no explanation of what's going on or what their normal life is like. You just see John Connor going on a mission right away. You have no idea, like, anything. They just throw you right in, and there's no prep, there's no nothing. They take down these Terminators pretty goddamn easy. The Terminators, their fighting style, grab the guy by the shirt, throw him. Grab him again, throw him. Like, what? Like, Terminators cannot finish people. They have to, like, warm them up a little bit with a couple slaps, and then they're able to do it. Do you remember in Terminator, the original, when he pulls out fucking Bill Paxton's heart? That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to just grab you and crush you and you're dead. Especially when you get a guy like John Connor, who is the leader of the Resistance. You kill him, you win. Grab him, throw him around a little bit. Grab him, throw him around a little bit. Why? I know it's PG-13, but it's kind of like in Revenge of the Sith, or in, the newer Star Wars movies. I hate when 2 guys are fighting, like, sabers, ding, 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 ding. One guy winds up kicks the other guy. It's almost like a chess move, like, I need something to knock you down but not kill you, when I could have just threw a saber at you and cut you in half, but I kick you instead. Like, why do all these saber hits not land, but a kick does? I mean, yeah, you can throw a kick in there while you're fighting. I mean, that makes sense. So, I'm not saying you don't kick while you're fighting, because that's stupid. It's just, it's a chess. Like, it's a fucking... It's like this. This is what it is. It's this. We need a hit, but one that's not going to kill the hero, so we kick him. Anyways, be the same thing as a Terminator grabbing something, just throwing them around. But yeah, they grab a big cement block and they start hammering on the Terminator guys, just like Terminator 2. Anyway, there's about 1,000 things I hated about this movie. It's a piece of fucking garbage. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, hands down. But it had beautiful effects if you're into effects. So yeah, I'm gonna do more.